Wamalwa accuses government of issuing threats against of Gen Z protest memorial. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, kindly consider subscribing. Don't forget to like, comment, and share our videos. Democratic Action Party of Kenya DAPK leader Eugene Wamalwa has accused the government of intimidating families of victims killed during 2024 anti-government protests, calling on authorities to allow Kenyans to peacefully commemorate those who lost their lives during the demonstrations. Speaking after meeting families of some of the victims under the banner of the opposition United Alternative Government, Wamalwa criticized that he describes as threat from senior government officials. Wamalwa criticized what he described as threats from senior government officials ahead of planned memorial activities marking 2 years since the protests. And I quote, "We are getting a lot of threats from the president, the DP Murkomen, and PS Omolo. We are saying, what is all this? These families are still hurting. You come and throw at them 3 million shillings and start threatening them, reading the rioting act." Wamalwa said on Sunday, June 21, 2026, "Let these families come out in whichever way they want to honor these heroes. We demanded that these threats must stop. Let Kenyans be allowed to come out and commemorate. They are free to do so without unnecessary intimidation from the state." End of quote. The planned commemorations come 2 years after nationwide anti-finance bill protests, largely driven by Gen Z activists, rocked the country and culminated in deadly confrontations between demonstrators and security agencies. The protests, which peaked with the storming of Parliament on June 25, 2024, left several people dead and many others injured, sparking local and international concern over the use of force by security officers. Wamalwa said opposition leaders had spent Father's Day with families who lost loved ones during the protests, including the family of Rex Masai, one of the most prominent faces of the demonstrations, whose death became a rallying point for protesters demanding accountability. And I quote, "As the United Alternative Government, to choose to spend Father's Day with the fathers of the young people we lost during the anti-tax protesters, we were with the father and family of Rex Masai and other families," he said. "They deserve compensation, prayers, encouragement, and consolation, but they deserve more than that. They deserve justice." The former Defense Cabinet Secretary also urged police to facilitate peaceful memorial gatherings rather than suppress them, warning against a repeat of violence witnessed during 2024 demonstrations. And I quote, "The police should provide security. They should not go to the extent they did last year," Wamalwa said. He further alleged that criminal gangs had previously been used to disrupt peaceful protests, accusing security agencies of failing to act against such groups. And I quote, "There is a culture of goonism. The states try to allow goons infiltrate peaceful demonstrators. We have had a terrible cultural creeping into our country where the police work hand in hand with goons. What you have in a goon government, goons and government march together as one against the people," he added. The government has consistently denied allegations of sponsoring or facilitating criminal groups during demonstrations and has maintained that security agencies operate within the law to protect lives and property during the public protests. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has previously warned that while Kenyans have a constitutional right to assemble and picket, public gatherings must remain peaceful and comply with the law. And I quote, "If you choose to exercise your right under Article 37 this week, do so peacefully while respecting the right of children to go to school, the right of the people to own and protect their property, and the rights and livelihoods of other citizens," he said. As the anniversary of the Gen Z-led protest approaches, families of the victims, civil society groups, and opposition leaders are expected to hold memorial events across the country while continue to demand accountability for deaths and injuries linked to the demonstration. demonstrations. Human rights organizations have repeatedly called for independent investigations into alleged cases of excessive use of force during the protests, with families of victims insisting that justice remains elusive nearly a year later. Until another video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share our videos. Until another video, bye for now.